Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the this week's limited mission suit, the Gouf Heavy Arms. And I say this week, it's the 4th week right now, although if you guys are watching this in the future, it is the 4th weeks for the Unicorn anniversary. And the Gouf Heavy Arm is the limited mission suit for this week. If you guys don't know, it was previously a clan suit. And a lot of people have told me that the suit is straight just garbage, or even like dumpster fire tier, like it's just bad, right? So I was very interested in playing it because I do like the design of it. I like, you know, it just raises up both of its hands and just starts firing at people. And I do like the Gouf design overall. So I kind of want to see what was going on with the suit, what makes people not like it, and then maybe, you know, throw in my own suggestions on how the suit maybe could be buffed. I do have a match here for you. I'm playing with friends in a custom match. This is not my first time playing the suit. I've actually played this suit a lot of times. I made sure to thoroughly get a feel for it. I've played it with both the Giant Bazooka and the Finger Vulcans, which is kind of funny. Those two are different. Like, you have to choose between those weapons. Honestly, I think depending on how, if they left the suit right here as it is, they don't change anything about this suit, I think that could be a thing of its own. Actually, is make the Giant Bazooka or the Finger Vulcans a sub weapon, just right now, right here, right now, right. If they're gonna leave it how it is, where you have to choose between the weapons, I do have a few suggestions. You know, if you guys have your own, let me know in the comment section. And of course, one of the things I have to get out of the way here is that this thing has a general typing. This thing feels very much like a support. It has stats like a support, you know, like really low melee defense and melee strength. It's literally, I played it like a support for the most part, and I did pretty good with it, you know, but it's a general. And I feel like, you know, obviously they're trying to go for a more of a supporting general role with this suit. You know, stick it mid-range, help your teammates, you know, have the melee suit do the melee stuff, and then you can help with damage or perhaps getting a stun for them, right? So all fine and dandy, right? But one of the first few problems I have with the suit is the I'm gonna call them the shoddy fingers for now. The full name is the shoddy fingers. It's the double Finger Vulcan ×2, or Finger Vulcan ×2 discharge, which is the one that shoots like a shotgun shell, or, you know, it fires like a shotgun. And I've seen a lot of suggestions like maybe this thing should be an automatic fire, or for how bad the stun accumulation is on the weapon. And I kind of agree that it is a pretty bad stun accumulation. Like, it's very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. I've had moments where I shot somebody and got the stun for, like, the top amount of damage I got is like 1,400, right? And I'll get a stun. But then I can do that same amount of damage on somebody, or like the same suit at the same range I hit him with, and then not get the stun. Which is, it's very weird. Maybe it's just because maybe one pellet missed, but either way, like, it doesn't have very good stun accumulation, even though right here I'm actually kind of bullying Taro, probably because there's not a whole lot to miss when I'm this close to somebody with it. But I think that's Taro I'm fighting. But yeah, I think for this weapon, I think they need to increase the stun accumulation on the shoddy fingers. And if they're not going to do that, I think maybe they should buff the accumulation rate on the regular Finger Vulcans. That's one of your primary weapons. Which, that thing, you cannot stun at all. With the, just, if you're using it by itself, you can't stun with it. If you don't get a stun with the shoddy fingers, you could potentially get a stun by adding in your Finger Vulcans, which is nice, you know, that way technically, if you don't get a stun, there you go, you got a stun accumulation. So, but if they don't buff the stun accumulation of the shoddy fingers, I think they should buff up the stun accumulation of the Finger Vulcans, because again, it feels very inconsistent. Also, if you want to know why that High Gog or Sundowner, you know, Sundowner right there, didn't get stunned when he took a full face of lead there. That's because the High Gog has damage control level 3 or level 2. So of course, you know, a weapon that already has pretty iffy stun accumulation like the Shoddy Fingers, yeah, that thing's just straight up not going to get a stun, which is, yeah, definitely they need to buff this suit, or the suit's accumulation, right, for that weapon. However, I do like the ready up time on it. It helps a lot for combos for damage. When I do have the giant bazooka equipped, you know, I'll use the Sturmfaust as the initial stun, and then in between the Sturmfaust, I'll put in the Shoddy Fingers as damage, and then I'll stun with the giant bazooka. And if I'm really feeling like I think I can get a third stun in, I'll just go straight for the giant bazooka, and I'll wait for them to move again, and then I'll try and get a stun with the Shoddy Fingers. But and hey, if that works, I can probably throw in a melee tackle, because if you do manage to get all your stuns in for that double tackle, you can one combo some generals, which is pretty nice. But again, very inconsistent shotgun weapon. Another thing is the typing on the suit is very weird. I did mention this is a general, and it plays like a supporting general. Honestly, with the way it is, they might as well just have made it a support. It's very weird they just made it a general when it so obviously and clearly just feels like a support. And I'm wondering if it's because they wanted to do something with the maneuver armor in the suit. And if it is, then maybe they should have just went ahead and made it a support, just to see how a support can function with maneuver armor. Now, maybe they didn't want to do this because it's low cost, where it can be a lot harder for some suits to get a stun accumulation, because you have a lot of like blue Zuka generals. You have very few suits that have like really extremely easy to get stun accumulation. So maybe they didn't want to do that for a support. So I'm just throwing it out there, maybe, because it's been a while since I played 300. I've been playing a lot of high cost suits because of new maps, new suits that have been coming out, like the 700 suits, and all that good stuff, right? But this fucking tackle, I love this tackle a lot. But yeah, the Gouf heavy arms, again, it feels very. I haven't had a bad time playing it. Like, I don't detest the suit like apparently a lot of people seem to. I think it does need some buffs in regard to stun accumulation, and maybe if they're not going to do, again, like I mentioned earlier, if they're not going to do the stun accumulation buff, I think the giant bazooka or the finger Vulcans should be a sub weapon instead. That way it can feel more complete as a general. It has multiple stun options, ways to approach. You know, it can stick to playing a little bit more closer, or it can, you know, do mid-range, all that good stuff. So I think that would be a better. Those are just some options I can think of right now for the Gouf heavy arms. And again, if you guys have any ideas of your own, you can go ahead and put them in the comments and all that good stuff. Because yeah, it's really weird because a lot of people. This is the suit a lot of people really hate, and not the Gabali Alpha high mobility type. A lot of people really try to make that suit work. And when, you know, as soon as we get the Gouf heavy arms, everyone's like, yeah, this suit kind of sucks. It's really weird because I think it's like the other way around. We're like oh, hey, by the way, time out real fast. Let's see what we got going on here with the Gouf heavy arms, and see how we did underground base with the finger Vulcans, which probably wasn't a smart idea. Probably could have run it better with the bazooka for an instant stun around the corner, but hey, mission completed. And not on the board, I will praise our fucking Anakin Franklin, I love that name, and Zero. And hey, third place, 5 and 2, did pretty good overall, you know, 85,000 damage, which usually the most amount I've gotten with the suit is like around the 60-70,000 range. So nice seeing, you know, getting 85,000. And a pretty decent individual score as well. But yeah, back to what I was saying. It's really weird because I really don't like the Gabali high mobility type, which is funny because that's another clan suit. And then yeah, this suit I'm fine with. Again, like I said, I think it's fine. With some things I think they could really buff on this suit. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know, like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And, you know, type up in the comment section how you feel about the Gouf Heavy Arms. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Again, I don't hate it. I think it's fine. I think the stun accumulation definitely needs a buff. But there's moments where this suit can shine. You know, again, I said I've been playing this more as a support, and I've had plenty of moments where I've just been sticking at mid-range and just pelting people with bullets. Apparently, the Finger Vulcans actually do some decent part breaking as well, so there's that. You know, you can pelt people with instant stuns with the Sturmfaust and the Giant Bazooka, and if you get close, the Tackle can do some stuff as well. The only downside is that you have low melee resistance, not very good stun accumulation, and yeah, no dodge roll either. You do have maneuver armor, which is nice, but yeah. Overall, yeah, again, I think it needs to get buffed around those areas, or maybe, as I mentioned before, maybe if they don't want to buff the stun accumulation, make it to where the Finger Vulcans are a sub-weapon. And a lot of people were mentioning that it does, in fact, have a head Vulcan, which is kind of funny. I thought for a second it was like a camera. I was like, oh, maybe they can give it a camera attack, you know, or a camera attack, more like just a camera, right? They can take picture of people and then continue pelting them. But I mean, yeah, I guess if they want to give it a head Vulcan, they can do that. I don't know. I feel like the Finger Vulcans already kind of do the job that the head Vulcan does, right? You don't have to needlessly add on more weapons, but I mean, if they want to, they can. You know, that way you don't have to waste your Finger Vulcans on pilots. But yeah. So overall, with the anniversary suits, you know, the limited mission suits we got. You know, the first week was the Gym 2 Semi-Striker, which I thought was okay as well. The second week's was... Oh, fuck, am I going to forget the second week's? I know for sure that... the second week was the Juwagu and the Ifrit Schneid, which I really enjoy the Juwagu, but obviously that thing kind of suffers at higher costs. At level 1, I think it's fine, you know. The Ifrit Schneid is a really good suit, because, you know, it's got the shotgun. It already... compared to the Gouf Heavy Arms, yeah, the Xeon shotgun is like one of the best weapons in the game for getting a stun. And then the third week was the Gigan Space type, which I don't like at all, and the Jagan D type, which is a pretty good suit for people who like to play, you know, more aggressively. It's really good, especially with the Jagan D type bazooka. You can get off a lot of damage potential with that. And of course, the last week here is the Gouf Heavy Arms, and it's again, it's fine. I can see why somebody would really hate it if they're, you know, playing super aggressively and they're trying to get that shotgun shot off as a instant stun. But like I said, I've been using it as either a attempt to get a stun or to add on as damage against other people, because you do have a lot of rounds on it, like 8 rounds, I believe. So I think it's fine to throw in some for damage. Aim straight for people's legs. I don't know how much leg damage it does, but you know. So is it worth the grind? Honestly, yeah, I think it was worth the grind doing. You know, 25 rating matches. Well, I mean, for a lot of people, doing rating matches can be a real huge pain in the ass. Maybe because I actually had some pretty nice matches going into rating. Maybe the impact of the Gouf Heavy Arms wasn't as bad on me. But I actually have some of those matches recorded, by the way, for the rating matches. So maybe that had something in part to do with like my overall opinion on the Gouf. It wasn't getting gut punched by having a horrible suit, right? After having horrible matches. But I think it was worth the grind for me. And again, you guys can let me know how you guys feel about that too. But yeah, that'll be it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.